Jim roll.
Oh, that's right. Running Man.
Say it right.
Oh, sorry. Running Man!
There you go.
Colman Domingo's a beast.
I need to cue you here. Welcome to the Untitled Film Project Podcast. We're talking
Running Man!
Glen Powell is a regular guy with a sick child and anger issues who must stay alive on a TV show for 30 days.
People on these games never come back.
We have no choice. We need money for a doctor now.
Welcome to the Running Man. Contestants will be hunted for 30 days. Anyone can kill you.
And we'll ask the big question.
And that big question is, if you were in a Running Man style game, what character would you want to be partnered with to help you win that game?
Initial thoughts on Running Man 2025. Justin Bradford.
Hey, I was entertained. Like, that's, to me, what this movie is supposed to be, is entertaining and to be campy. Like, it truly is supposed to be a little self-aware, be kooky, be campy, give you that good sci-fi action, and be weird. And overall, I think it accomplished that. Is this a wonderful piece of cinema? No, it's not. But for a great popcorn movie, that typically this should be a summer movie. I truly think this is one of those, if it was released in July, maybe would have finished not second in box office behind Now You See Me, Now You Don't. But
yeah, that was weird.
But I truly was entertained. I was enthralled the entire movie. I thought the casting was well done. Glen Powell did this role really well because he understood. First of all, Glen Powell commits to any bit. And that's what I like about him as an actor. You see him on SNL. You see him in Chad Powers. You see him in something that's more of a serious science fiction movie. He commits to a bit, and I do like that about him. And then Colman Domingo.
The Running Man!
Talk about just fun supporting actor role for him. That's who I want. That's why I was excited to see the movie. It was Colman Domingo. Just from the trailers, like, oh, he's going to be fun. But I was entertained the whole time. And there's not much more I can, I guess, dive deep into this kind of movie, especially for an initial thought, was I was entertained.
Oh, go ahead, Jimmy.
I think this movie, for the first two-thirds of the movie, kind of nailed that fun comedic action flick that we haven't seen since the original Running Man, the 80s and 90s, those kinds of movies where you're going to have some good quips, you're going to have some good action, maybe a laugh or two. It's going to be a little tense. I think it captured most of that. I do have a little bit of on a game show where the people die fatigue, from Hunger Games to Squid Game, that kind of thing. Like
A Long Walk.
Long Walk. We've been down this road a lot. And
this is the original, though.
It is the original.
Not this movie, but I'm saying that
But
original movie.
Having seen all those, it's hard to push those aside. So the fatigue is not maybe so much as the Running Man itself. And I don't know if Glen Powell is it. If he has the it factor. We'll get into that more, but I'm not sure. But I was entertained. I enjoyed it.
This, Bradford put it perfectly. If I was going to go after him, I would have just been like, ditto. Because this is a perfect popcorn movie. When I walked out of the theater, I thought, this should have been released during the summer.
Yeah.
It's a summer blockbuster without question. And it's going to get hurt by being during award season and all the, it's not, and apparently now you see me, now you don't.
It's weird.
It's very weird. So again, it's fun. It's awesome. It's great to see on a big screen. Super fun. Not a big Glen Powell. Well, I'll take that back. I am a Glen Powell fan. Devotion was one of the best movies I saw that year. Matter of fact, it was my number one on my Music City Film Critics Association ballot that year. I know I was alone on that, and that's okay. But Devotion was number one. He was awesome in that. Obviously, Top Gun Maverick. He's great in that. Great villain in that. He's been great in a lot of things. Chad Powers, et cetera, et cetera. In this one, I was like, I don't know if he was cast correctly. It's almost like it lends itself to the popcorn theory of like, well, we know we have this popcorn movie. let's just get a big name and just go with it, right? He's an up-and-comer. He's not going to cost us $50 million, but he's also not going to cost us $2 million. So let's just get him and at the beginning of his stardom and throw him in there and see if we can ride this wave. The first, I'm just going to say 20 minutes probably-ish of him on screen, I didn't buy it. I thought he is phoning it in.
He's being Glen Powell.
Now, 80% of Glen Powell is better than 100% of most people. So don't take it like, oh, he sucked. No. He was good. But it seemed like the first part of the movie, it was like he's just kind of going through the motions and like, I'm just collecting a paycheck here. I'm going to do, Omen's work, but I'm not buying into this like he did with Devotion, Top Gun Maverick, etc.
I think what Gover's saying is he rather would have had Dwayne Johnson.
Definitely not saying that. Although, did you see Smashing Machine? Because it's pretty awesome.
All right, let's get into Running Man a little bit more. We'll talk more about
What is it? The Running Man! There you go.
we'll talk about Glen Powell a little bit more in just a bit. But Colman Domingo, I could have used more Colman Domingo.
Oh, yeah. You can always use more
Bring him on. I think with him as a foil to Ben Richardson, who, is the rough, angry type and doesn't want to hear any of the showmanship stuff, I think it would have been even better. Colman Domingo is great. He is a treasure.
We look at this is another movie that has source material, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Oh, you mean the original movie?
No, the
Oh, yeah.
book.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Stephen King. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah. Stephen King's on a tear right now. Again.
Sorry, Gover don't
I
read.
don't read.
No, but
He ain't Tolstoy, but,
the 1987 version of The Running Man, though,
Yes.
took a lot of liberties.
Oh, yeah.
Very different. These versions are very different. This version is way closer to the original novel written by Stephen King. Different endings that we see as well, too, because we look at, obviously, there's a connection to Stephen King as well with The Long Walk in terms of how things end, to question how things end, right? Did somebody die? Did somebody kill him? Did he leave people out to kill him? What did you guys think about the way the film ended? Were you satisfied with that? Because The Long Walk, we talk about, okay, is he killing the colonel, right? Or should he walk off and get his due, or what his heart's desire is, things like that. There's always that question in movies. And I know we're skipping right to the end, but I think it's a big deal for this movie when you think about how things could have ended with the choice that Ben Richards makes. Whether it's him offing somebody, letting the people take care of it, or whatnot. What did you guys think of how they wrapped the story up? Were you satisfied at all?
Full spoiler alert?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
people are supposed to watch and listen.
You got 3 seconds.
I was a little dissatisfied with the ending. I thought the last third of this movie is where it kind of stumbled.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets on the plane, I thought it kind of they fumbled it a bit. To me, it was kind of a mismatch of different tones. It didn't know what kind of movie all of a sudden it wanted to be. And, I don't know. I just felt rushed, and I don't know.
To me, it felt like they were searching for an ending.
Yes.
Okay.
Like maybe it wasn't like it, almost like the movies they keep talking about now, where they haven't written them in completion by the time they start filming.
Or they filmed 2 different versions. They're like, okay, well, this, I guess, tested.
We're going to A/B test an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there is a version where the plane flies into the building.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, that's how Ben Richards dies.
Well, you live long enough to... No, whatever.
It might have been better.
I saw where you're going.
Yeah.
But then what I'm saying is, are you disappointed with the happy ending? Because overall, it's a happy ending.
I'm not disappointed with the happy ending. I was disappointed with how it was pulled off.
Okay.
So the message to the clerk, who then talks to the wife, but then he's standing outside in a hood. It's like, what? You walked in to give her a message, and you're in a what? It's broad daylight. We were in a hood for. So it's just like all this stereotypical, like,
Well, they didn't want to recognize him as the
Running Man. Sorry, it cut me off guard on that one. I was mid cooking and I was simmering things.
But I just want to get your take, because there are different iterations of what happens with Ben Richards at the end. So they went obviously for the happy ending. I would have been okay if he just take out
It would have been a lot more satisfying.
It would have been different. Yeah. It's like, you know what? He sacrificed himself. His family's going to be fine now. It's okay to not always have a happy ending. And I'm getting more like that. I used to want Okay, I want happy endings. But I like
You're welcome. I've always loved the non-happy ending.
asshole.
There are so many jokes I'm not making right
That's
now.
probably best.
Yeah,
We are a family show.
it's for the best.
Yep.
We're not a family show. You got to be at least 49 inches tall.
Dysfunctional family show.
Yes.
But I'm more okay now with things that don't overly explain an ending, where it leaves up to question, right?
Mhm.
I would have been fine if they left some questions there because I felt like I would have been more intrigued by the movie, whereas they actually like wrapped it up with a bow.
Right.
And
Little
science
kiss
fiction
on the
doesn't
forehead.
need that,
Which
right?
lends itself to the popcorn movie thing.
Yes.
It's just like, hey, it's a summer blockbuster. Everything's going to be all.
And seriously though, like with the right marketing, this could have made a good amount of money in the summer. If it
Of
with the right
course.
competition and going against it.
Mhm.
Why November? I don't understand.
Was it just not ready?
Maybe, but I
Because they
just-
wanted to release
That's
it in
possible.
2025 because that's the book. That's the year of the book, right? Like when the book was written, it was
Right.
It was set in 2025.
Right.
So I think I'm not saying they rushed to get it by any means because they rushed it had been in the summer.
Mhm.
But I'm just saying, like, I wonder if they thought about it too late and just couldn't get it done. Because
maybe
it should have been a summer movie.
Yeah. I'm also not convinced it would have worked in the summer. And here's my reasoning.
Because going up against F1.
Yeah, right. If it can't beat Now You See Me 2, 6,
3 or whatever. Yeah.
no, part of the reason I think maybe this movie doesn't have the pull that maybe the original had in the late 80s because this isn't as novel an idea
Oh,
that I mean, we're used to watching everything play out on screen. Everything is content now. And obviously that's one of the themes of the movie, but it's not so special anymore. Whereas with the idea of a show where they're going to hunt somebody down, and everything is going to be, laid bare on the screen was revolutionary back in the 80s.
sidebar in terms of just like a very minor supporting role. I really enjoyed Michael Cera.
I would have loved to have seen more of that
I thought he
character.
was fun.
Bring him in earlier. Like he saved the final third. I think without him, I would have really not enjoyed the ending of this movie, the last part.
And while I get the marketing where you have to tease it, where he's got the super soaker basically in
Yeah.
the pump action
Yep.
and then the trailer.
Fun scene.
It's a fun scene, but I'm glad that wasn't the only bit with him in it.
Right.
Because that would have ruined him. Like, you ruined the best part of what he didn't know. He had way more.
Yeah, the hot dog
To
part
add to
was
that.
awesome.
There was so much more.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I really enjoyed
His mom
his bit piece.
was hilarious.
Oh my gosh. And that's the campy part and the fun part of it too. It's like more of that would have been great. So let's
Yeah.
get into the discussion of Glen Powell then. I almost said Glen Campbell. Let's get into the discussion of Glen Powell.
It
So
doesn't not work.
it's it in his monologue on SNL, he made the joke being very self-aware of, you may not know who I am. So he's aware that there's still people that go, who?
Yeah.
With Glen Powell because of some of the roles he's played, right? They'll recognize him, but they don't know him by name
They'll recognize his movies.
or
not
recognize his
him.
face.
I've
Yes.
seen
They
that
don't
guy.
know who he is.
Yeah.
But
He
then
was in
he's
the funny movie with the girl and the
Yeah,
I mean,
but
like,
then he said, but your mom does.
Okay.
funny.
Because it is true that he's a sex symbol now more than anything else.
He's a good looking dude.
He's
He's
a
a very
very
good-looking
traditionally good looking.
Yes, yeah, the jaw structure, everything. Like, he's a very good looking dude.
Yes.
Does that hurt him then in a movie like this where
No.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Does that hurt him in a movie like this where he doesn't have enough name recognition maybe to sell the movie, but only enough recognition to be more of a supporting or a co-lead in things right now?
Hurts him,
Is that
yes.
what hurt him in this? What's your take on that? I wanted to lead up to that question.
It hurt. I think he's hurt not so much by that. I think he's so good looking that he is slightly forgettable. Okay?
Like he blends?
Like, I'm thinking of like the TV show Suits. He looks like he could be one of the 10 lawyers in a really good suit with excellent hair and a great jawline, but I can't distinguish much between them. And I mean, Glen Powell is so likable.
He
Okay?
is.
Good and bad for him in this movie. I kind of didn't buy that he's got an anger issue because he still seems like likable Glen Powell.
He's smizing.
He's smizing a lot. Yes. And I don't like and I'm not ripping anybody, I'm not ripping Honda, okay? But like Honda is a really nice, practical, kind of stylish car, but it's not the Acura or whatever, the Lexus, the top of the line stuff. And I'm wondering if Glen Powell has peaked out at a certain point and he's not going to go to another level of, I wish I had a better example, but I'd say Tom Cruise, of somebody who's going to be headlining movie after movie after movie. Let's get final scores on Running Man.
Ooh, can I go first?
Yes.
Okay. Again, I thought it was a popcorn movie. I thought it was released at the wrong time of year, but that's not against the film. That's more of a studio situation thing going on. So I think it's a 6.5 for me. I was entertained in the moment, but there were some comically bad things, a lot of conveniences where the, villain is monologuing, as we learned in Incredibles.
Yes.
They're monologuing and just, I'm going to wait and take my time to cap you up. Oh, you got away. Like, it's just super convenient. Then there's the opposite side, which is like, now all of a sudden we have to wait till we're live. Don't kill him yet. Let's wait till we're live in 45 minutes. Really? We didn't care about that before. So there's that. And then the cream of the crop, opposite, is when he is stuffed in the back of the car. These are the trunk of the car so they can smuggle him out of the area. It's a fun POV. Like on paper, in the writer's room, I can see how, let's keep the camera on him and have the action going around him. It's a cool idea. It's like, that's kind of neat. The problem was, it's like they gave the guys a script and they put them in a sound booth and you hear, oh no, there's action. Look out. There's a guy with a gun. Oh no, coming up on your side. I see him. I mean, it's just like, oh my God, what is happening? It's so amateur hour. And it's like 45 seconds, which is an eternity when that's happening. So you can call it a nitpick all you want, but it's comically bad. In the rest of the movie, that's, again, it's fine, stable, like super fun for streaming, like watching in the background, going to the theater, seeing it on a big screen in Dolby, like all those things. It checks all those boxes. But there are so many just bad missteps like that, and the conveniences, and it's like, okay, this movie could have been 45 minutes long. Instead, it's 2 hours because we have to go through all these little check boxes to get this work done. So for me, it's a 6.5. Enjoyable, recommended for the theater, biggest screen possible, but it's not great cinema. 6.5.
For sure. I was very entertained by this movie in the moment. Let's say 2/3 of the way through, it totally lost its focus. What is it? What kind of movie are you going to be? Are you going to be funny? Are you going to be an action?
A thriller, a spy movie?
Are you trying to throw me like, these themes of like, it's dystopian, it was kind of a mess. Love Colman Domingo, the Amelia Jones character, who's kind of like the reluctant hostage with the car, could have been great. That was wasted. She's really good. I don't know if you've seen her in Coda, but she's great. I just felt like
she was good in this for what the part called for.
Yeah, and I think the part was missing something there. But it's a fun movie. It's kind of forgettable. I'm losing it with every day that the movie has left my brain. I'm going to say it's a great streamer, 7.0.
I think you brought up a really good point when you're like, this isn't far-fetched anymore. Mm-hmm. Like that really hit me when you said that, because back then when the book was written and then the 87 version came out, it's like,
Arnold.
Oh wow, Freevee. Yeah. They're documenting everything and they have these drones flying. They're capturing every single moment. That's different. Now, that's our entertainment.
That's The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's happening all the time. That is TV nowadays. Mm-hmm. And the only difference really is the post-apocalypticness of this that we're not probably far off from. So that's where I totally see your point there. And that actually rang pretty deep with me and going, yeah, that is one of the aspects that this isn't life-changing in terms of, we're seeing what the future could be like if we're not careful. Like, this is the future.
This could be next week.
Yeah. So many things that could easily make that happen to where you have new dollars. But yeah.
New dollars. My son hated that, by the way. He's 13. He goes, really? New dollars?
Yeah, I know.
That was very Starship Troopers kind of comedy, yeah.
At least it was campy enough to where it worked.
And the symbol was cool, a little N with the thing.
Yeah, I was entertained. And like you said, the further away I get from it, the more I forget about it, which I think is okay with a popcorn movie like this because
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have to stay with you. I was entertained in the moment. I enjoyed myself while I was watching it, and I'm giving it a 7 because overall I was entertained. It accomplished what it needed to do in the moment. I feel like they missed some things throughout the movie, but especially in the marketing of it, because I feel like there is an audience for this. Maybe it is just the streaming type of thing, but I feel like there's better ways they probably could have marketed to beat Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
That's
I just don't,
so odd.
I don't understand that part because it's not to necessarily trash on that one. It's just that that's the third movie in a trilogy
That is
That
largely forgettable.
yeah, that didn't demand it, and it still beat out The Running Man, which is set up to be blockbuster-ish
Mm-hmm.
with a man that is at the peak of his game right now with Glen Powell, who should be more recognizable than he is, given his work now, but he's not. So it is a curious case. I'm very curious to see what the next big project that he has aside from Chad Powers.
All right, it's time for the big question. We'll answer. We need yours as well.
And in this, we're taking with The Running Man in what movie character would you want to be your partner to help you win the game if you were in The Running Man?
Okay. Gover, you seem to be chomping at the bit. Do you have a teammate you would want in this game?
Iron Man. Good luck. That's my answer. He's got all the toys, but he's a regular dude. He's not like Superman or anything where he's got like, they would accept him because as a contestant because he's a regular dude. Just a lot of fun toys. So
Rich Playboy philanthropist.
yeah. So Iron Man is my answer.
Good luck.
Bradford?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of going the superhero route as well.
Sorry. I had to do it once.
I'm going with Mystique.
Oh.
Because
That is a great answer. I know we're
How cool
nerds.
is
I know
that?
exactly where you're going with
Yeah.
this. That's excellent.
she's a shapeshifter. She can change anything. So if you're trying to win the game to
Excellent
not be
answer.
recognizable, she can change into whatever you need her to change into, and you're not going to be recognized.
Damn it. Wish I had thought of that.
Yeah. She picks some good shapes.
Polygon.
I was torn. At first I went like, okay, Hermione Granger, she's super smart and she's resourceful. But I think you need tactical skills in this. I think you need to be smart
Oh yeah.
and capable. So I'm going to go Jason Bourne.
Oh.
He knows how to disappear. He also knows how to fight when he has to.
And how to run for days on end if it's necessary.
That's right. So what would be your favorite teammate from movies in a Running Man type show? Let us know in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, hit us up on socials. Here's where you can find us.
It's Gover time.
Jim Chandler now.
Wherever you want to find me, I'm Justin.
Okay.
Yeah, this hard to get thing on social media is getting tired.
I'm not hard to get. Type my name and you're going to find me.
You're playing it.
I wish your name was Justin Smith, so you'd have to give it out.
Thank you for listening to the Untitled Film Project Podcast. To support the show, please rate, review, follow, and subscribe. Original music by Jeremy Schwartz. Special thanks to the Music City Film Critics Association. Editing and post-production by Jeremy K. Gover. Voiceover by Chad Bennett.